Vice Chair Brian Duncan, Secretary Margaret Tyne, and Trustees Lisa Worsima, Danelle Burrs, Sam Ramirez, and Tom Demmer. Trustees, thank you for your leadership, wisdom, and counsel in helping Sauk realize its mission of being dedicated to teaching and learning while creating opportunities by engaging the community in lifelong education, public service, and economic development. I am honored to present Chair of the Board of Trustees, Bob Thompson, a Sauk Valley native who has been an attorney for 33 years. He has a private law practice in downtown Dixon and recently retired as the Lee County Public Defender. Bob has been an adjunct instructor at Sauk in speech communication, and he has been elected member of our Board of Trustees for the last 29 years. Next month, at the annual state convention, Chair Thompson will be awarded the 2026 Illinois Community College Trustee Association Ray Harstein Award for exemplary service by a current serving community college board member. Chair Thompson.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Helmuth. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I am delighted to welcome all of you to this year's commencement, a truly special day to honor your achievements and your commitments, to honor your hard work, your resilience, and your sacrifice. Community colleges are where lives change. Tonight, we'll have traditional students walking across the stage to receive their degree. We'll be seeing working parents who came back to college to make a better life for their families. We will see graduates who maybe years ago were told, perhaps college isn't for you, only to be proving those people wrong and permitting themselves to be proving to all of us that they belong here as much as anyone. To the parents and family and friends of our graduates, thank you for supporting our students through their journey here at Sauk. You have been their sounding board and their source of endless encouragement and support. We celebrate all of you as well. Graduates, we hope you are here tonight dreaming big. If your immediate future includes the workforce, may it make the greatest change in your life so far. If your immediate future includes pursuit of another degree or a certificate, make it the biggest accomplishment in all of your life so far. We hope you will take chances, persevere where it's necessary, and succeed in many fulfilling undertakings. To our faculty and staff, thank you for your dedication to our students. Your passion for teaching and learning has inspired our graduates to reach for their dreams. Our board has been dedicated to recognizing you as leading educators in the state of Illinois. Now, commencement is always a moment of reflection, for sure. We celebrate endings, new beginnings, and the people who make journeys like this possible. Tonight, we celebrate one of those people in a very special way. In my nearly 30 years on the Board of Trustees, I've worked at the state and national level with community colleges and have met college presidents from across Illinois and even across the country. I've seen the best leaders that higher education has to offer. Tonight, our board is proud to honor our own retiring president, Dr. David Helmuth. Now, David would probably prefer I keep this short, and I promise I will. But in fact, he's likely sitting behind me now, wishing that I didn't bring it up at all. His humility is part of his leadership, but he also has the firm conviction that tonight is all about you graduates and your families. So in fact, it is, and he's right. But once in a while, we have the opportunity to recognize someone who comes along and does things so well and so special that we just wanted to recognize him and take a few minutes to do so according to what he deserves. Under Dr. Helmuth's leadership, the past 11 years, Sauk has grown stronger, partnerships have been forged, and opportunities for our students and the families we serve have expanded. Even in retirement, Dr. Helmick will go on to touch the lives of countless students through the Helmick Legacy Endowment, through his leadership with our Earned Tuition Impact Program, and his tireless efforts to expand access to higher education to everyone in the Sauk Valley. David is not only one of the finest community college presidents in Illinois. In the Board of Trustees' estimation, he is one of the finest in the nation, and we've been blessed to have him. Last year, David was awarded the Illinois Community College Trustees Association Ethical Leadership Award. Tonight, I am honored to present him with a medal in recognition of Phi Theta Kappa's Lifetime Achievement Award. David? Dr. Helmick, on behalf of the students whose lives you have helped shape them, our community college has benefited from you. Our community has benefited from your leadership, and we thank you. For all of these accomplishments and more, the Board of Trustees has arranged a meeting to unanimously vote and recognize you for your extraordinary service in a lasting way. And so, at last, it is my great honor on behalf of the Board of Trustees to convey upon Dr. David Helmick a lifetime President Emeritus status here at Sauk Valley Community College.
Thank you, Chair Thompson, board members, and all of my colleagues. This is an honor I will cherish forever. One of my favorite musical groups is the Moody Blues, an English rock band most popular in the 1960s and 1970s, long before most you students were born, and even before maybe your parents were born. In their 1970 song, Question, are the lines, I am looking for someone to change my life. I am looking for a miracle in my life. I found that someone to change my life, a miracle in my life, in 1981 when I met Linda Berger in Appleton, Wisconsin. Linda, please stand. We will be celebrating our 43rd wedding anniversary in 2 months. I found another miracle in my life in 2015 when I began my tenure as president of Sauk Valley Community College. This college, you trustees and colleagues, and you students have changed my life and are a miracle in my life. Thank you.
Graduates, as you leave here tonight, I hope you will take with you the same spirit of leadership and service and spirit that Dr. Helmick has shown throughout his career. Success is not just about personal achievement, it's about lifting up others along the way. And now, the reason we are here. Please join me in congratulating and celebrating the class of 2026. Congratulations.
Okay, now let's get back to you. Graduates, as you know, we have many dedicated faculty and staff at the college. From our faculty, we recognize biology professor Therese Wood as the outstanding full-time faculty. Therese, please stand. Professor Wood demonstrates excellence in teaching through her content, instruction, connection with students, and collegiality. She prepares organized, substantive instructional materials and facilitates her classes and labs in a structured but casual way. Her students have clear directions, meaningful tasks, and significant support while they are working in labs. Teresa is present and engaged on campus, working amongst her colleagues in any department and collaborating with the Learning Commons team. Please join me in recognizing, again, Professor Wood. From our staff, we recognize multimedia designer Shauna Zettel as the outstanding full-time staff. Shauna, please stand. Shauna exemplifies the very best of the college through her selflessness, positivity, creativity, and unwavering commitment to excellence. She is a rare combination of professionalism and joy. Someone who not only does the best job she can, but also elevates everyone and everything around her in the process. Shauna's positive attitude is unmatched. She has an innate ability to prioritize the needs of others and readily pauses her own work to ensure colleagues and projects stay on task. Please join me again in recognizing Shauna. Also from our faculty, we recognize physics professor and tutor Elisa Gates as outstanding part-time faculty. Professor Gates, please stand. Professor Gates is an effective teacher who brings her creativity into the classroom and her Learning Commons tutoring. She creates a successful learning environment by helping students understand difficult concepts through practical and reliable ideas. Lisa participates in the Tutoring Center, orientation, and professional development programs and demonstrates a commitment to lifelong learning by participating in these programs. Please join me again in recognizing Professor Gates. Also from our staff, we recognize Foundation Assistant Lindsay Good as outstanding part-time staff. Lindsay, please stand. Lindsay Good, who was a student commencement speaker last year at this ceremony, has demonstrated an exceptional level of character, positivity, and selflessness from the very beginning of her time with the SVCC Foundation. Lindsay brings a welcoming, professional, and upbeat presence to the Foundation office, creating an environment where students, staff, and visitors feel genuinely seen, supported. Her steady demeanor and "we've got this" approach elevates the entire team and contributes directly to a positive experience for everyone who interacts with the Foundation. Please join me again in recognizing Lindsay Good. From our dual credit faculty, we recognize Gina Cole, biology teacher at Polo High School, as outstanding dual credit instructor. Gina, please stand. Gina demonstrates excellence in her dual credit classroom by capturing and maintaining student attention throughout a highly engaging class. Gina's classes are organized, rich in media and hands-on materials, and meaningful as she helps students make connections between science and real life. Her commitment to teaching in dual credit for SVCC and Polo High School spans 13 semesters over 10 years. She has mentored and supported other dual credit faculty who are new to teaching dual credit classes. Please join me again in recognizing Gina Cole. Finally, from our college department, we recognize the marketing department with the Shared Team Achievement Award. Jim Grote, Shauna Zettel, and Jasmine Martinez, please stand. The marketing department members show what it means to value every single individual. They make sure all their materials are clear, accessible, and welcoming so students and community members feel like they belong at the college. They're very active in the community, and the work helps build strong connection between the college and the Sauk Valley area. Their dedication and inclusive approach makes the campus feel more supportive, connected, and encouraging for everyone. Please join me again in recognizing Jim, Shauna, and Jasmine. We are proud of our current graduates, as well as many thousands of past graduates. The SVCC Alumni Association, of which you will soon be members, honors distinguished alumni. The selection of these alumni is based on career achievement and community service. To introduce this year's recipient is Dr. Lori Cortez, the college's Vice President of Advancement.
Since 1986, Sauk Valley Community College, in cooperation with the Sauk Valley College Foundation, has presented the Distinguished Alumni Award to a Sauk alum. An SVCC alum is defined as someone who has completed a degree, certificate, or a minimum of 24 semester hours at SVCC. The selection is based on career achievement and community service. This year's distinguished alumna graduated from Amboy High School and attended SVCC in 1977. She then went on to earn her bachelor and master's degree in education. She served as a teacher and a principal in Amboy Community School District for 39 years. Beyond her professional career, she has remained deeply engaged in the community service in Amboy. She has been active in local events and organizations that strengthen community life, including helping coordinate activities connected to the Amboy Education Foundation and community events. She has been described by people who know her as honest, hardworking, and never complains, even when she has to give a speech. She and her family also provide funding for the SVCC Impact Program, which provides full scholarships to students in the region who complete 100 hours of community service before their high school graduation. We are honored to announce Joyce Schamberger as our 2026 Sauk Valley Community College Distinguished Alumna of the Year.
Well, first of all, congratulations to the graduating class of 2026. We're very proud of you. I want to sincerely thank Dr. Helmick, Dr. Mendrell, Dr. Cortez, and the entire alumni committee for this award. I'm very honored to receive this award and the recognition. I want to thank my entire family for all their support and always going along with my crazy ideas. Just a little bit about me. I know Dr. Cortez kind of filled you in. I am a graduate of Amboy High School in 1977. I attended Sauk Valley College. I was unsure of my career path, and Sauk gave me many opportunities. I was able to remain living at home, work 2 part-time jobs and save some money, and still help my parents on the family farm. I was given the opportunity to participate in women's athletics at Sauk, playing both volleyball and basketball. And you have to remember, this was the late 70s, and Title IX had just started in the early 70s. So for a female to play as an athlete at a college level was almost unheard of. It was quite an honor. I received a quality, well-rounded education at Sauk. I met many people throughout the Sauk Valley area, many of whom became lifelong friends. People in my circle of friends went on to become nurses, a judge, lawyers, many teachers and coaches, all productive members of society. Sauk Valley College provided me the opportunity for a lifelong love of learning. One of the most influential people I met during my time at Sauk was Claire Holmberg. She mentored all of her students in the classroom and on this very court. She helped build the mindset to become successful at Sauk Valley College. It was also at this college where I found the courage to continue my education at Northern Illinois for my bachelor's. I drove back and forth for 2 years to finish my degree. I continued on my education after graduation, completing my master's degree. During this time frame, I taught 5th grade at Amboy Junior High for the next 20 years. Then I became dean of students for several years. And finally, I crossed over to the dark side and became principal of Amboy Junior High. And then finally, Amboy Central Elementary School. I retired 4 years ago, completing, like she said, 39 years with the Amboy School District. But today, you can find me downtown Amboy at our family's business, the Long Branch Saloon, where I wear many hats. One of those hats is making desserts and helping with the day-to-day operations. As she said, I enjoy the fundraising opportunities for the many area groups like the Amboy Schools, the Amboy Education Foundation, the Sauk Valley Impact Program, and Teen Turf, just to name a few. My best advice to you guys as students is to use your Sauk education as a springboard for a career that doesn't feel like work. Surround yourself with people who will lift you up and make you a better person. Thank you to Sauk for the excellent education and the opportunity to lay the foundation for a career that I'm very proud of. Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you, Joyce and Dr. Cortez. It is now my pleasure to introduce our first student graduation speaker, your student trustee, Madison Crum, who will be graduating with an associate in arts degree in economics with honors. Madison.
The deepest roots reach the richest soil. Much like a plant, people flourish in rich environments. Deep roots not only help you grow, but also keep you stable and resilient in times of inclement weather. I began my journey in Morrison, where I attended high school and was involved in student council, band, choir, blind, 4-H, and many more activities. That was where my roots sprouted. After graduating with the class of 2024, I began my time here at Sauk. The funny thing about growth and roots is that just when you think you've reached your full potential, there's something right around the corner waiting to push you further and expand your root system. That was my reality going into my first semester here at SVCC. I thought that I was the best leader that I could be, was involved in my community enough, and honestly, I told myself I was going to take a break from being involved in multiple clubs and being busy all the time to focus on my schoolwork. But if you know me, you know that didn't last long. During my first semester, I joined Phi Theta Kappa Business Club, and I began working in the financial aid department as a work study. Although I didn't know it at the time, this would be the most impactful decision I made throughout my time here at Sauk. At that point, I thought I was really done. My roots are deep enough. This was the most I was going to be involved in. My schedule was filling up. I was content until I got an email from Allie, my 4-H program coordinator, late in the fall semester, encouraging me to join the Illinois 4-H Youth Leadership Team. After passing on this opportunity the year prior, I thought, why not give it a shot? So I submitted my application, was invited to interviews, and was accepted onto the team at the beginning of 2025. At this point, I thought I was really done. I had signed up for one more thing after I had already said no more. This was it. I I was fully booked. Until halfway through the spring semester, I was at work in the financial aid office, and my coworkers had just come from a meeting where they had encouraged everyone to think about and encourage students to apply for student government. Eric, Cassie, Carrie, and I were all chatting, and they brought up the student government elections and encouraged me to apply. I said, I already have a lot going on. I don't know if I have the time that is needed for a student government position. They encouraged me to at least go talk to Ana Felgado, and that's what I did. I told her what I was involved in and that I was interested in being president. She told me that there was already someone running for president, but she thought that I would make a great student trustee. I thought about what she had said and talked about it with my parents a lot, and ultimately was elected the student trustee. Being student trustee has been one of my favorite parts of my time here at Sauk. I have met some of my closest friends and have worked countless hours with my team to bring activities here to campus that we thought students would enjoy, and also reminding them when and where they were happening along the way. The opportunity also led me to meeting the Board of Trustees, Dr. Helmick, Dr. Mandrell, and many more members of the administration. The relationships and memories that I have made throughout the past 2 years will stick with me for my life to come. Although I didn't know that that one small decision at the beginning of my Sauk journey would lead me to this point, I'm glad that I made it. When I thought my roots had expanded to their full potential after high school, you had not have been able to convince me of what my life looks like today. There is always room for growth in your life, no matter where you are going next. You just have to be willing to accept the challenge. I remember talking to my parents about becoming student trustee and saying, there is no way that after the year is over, I will look back on it and say, I wish I wouldn't have done that, or I regret that decision. The roots that I have grown here at SVCC are truly deep, and I have Dr. Helmick, Dr. Mandrell, and Jen Schultz to thank for many of them. They were always willing to introduce me to a new face or encourage me before a presentation. Dr. Helmick is retiring after commencement, and I'm honored to be the last student trustee that he worked alongside. The conversations that we had before board meetings and during miscellaneous encounters in the hallway will never be forgotten. And I am excited to see how Dr. Mandrell will continue to grow Sauk's roots during his time as president. The connections I have made here have kept me sturdy and give me the nutrients to grow. I know that I can rely on my roots when there is a stormy day ahead, and that feeling you get when your roots reach the most nutrient-dense soil is unmatched. You feel like you belong right where you are. I encourage each and every one of you to keep growing your roots and find your root system through opportunities and challenges, because you never know where one decision may lead you. Wherever you go next, whether it's the workforce, a university, another path, or even retirement, remember the deepest roots reach the richest soil.
Thank you, Madison. It is my pleasure to introduce our next student graduation speaker, Bria Merriman, who is graduating with an Associate in Arts in Early Childhood Education with high honors. Bria.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be speaking here today. I'd like to start off by thanking Dr. Helmick, Dr. Mandrell, the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, my fellow students, and our friends and family for this opportunity. My journey at Sauk Valley Community College began in the spring of 2024. I was 18 and working as a manager in a local Subway, and applications started opening up for the franchise's college scholarships. The owners of the store began encouraging me to apply. The thought of winning and actually being able to attend college equally thrilled and terrified me. I hadn't been in a formal classroom setting since the 8th grade, and I was worried that I would be too far behind to exceed in the world of higher education. But I really missed learning alongside other people, and I wanted all the opportunities that a college education could give me. So I wanted to go, but I knew I would have to get my GED first. So I found an ancient GED textbook at a thrift store, and I started tearing through it. And I remember the first day I opened up the dusty cover, I was met with this really familiar exhilaration and the realization that I had really missed school. So I enrolled in Sauk's GED program the next day. I absolutely loved my time there. My teacher, Mrs. Sherry Dimig, was incredibly passionate and unwaveringly kind. I remember one of the earliest times that I was going after I wrote one of the first essays, she pulled me aside after class and asked me if I realized that I had a gift with writing. And I remember telling her, I'm not sure about that, but I know I really like essays. And she assured me there would be plenty of essays to write in the college classes that she made me promise I would go on to take. And when I told Sarah McFarland, the GED program director, that I was going to pursue a degree in education, she celebrated the idea. She told me that any child would be fortunate to have me as a teacher. These two women believed in me before I believed in myself, and I wouldn't be here today without their mentorship. So that autumn, after earning my GED, I began taking college classes as an early childhood education major. On the first day of classes, my mom gifted me the computer bag that she had used when she took classes here at Sauk 20 years earlier, when she was my age. My mom was unable to finish her degree. She stopped pursuing her degree to work full time to provide enough money to care for my twin brother and I. But throughout our childhood, as her long days of labor would come to a close, she would make sure each night to read with us. So I owe my love of reading to her, and thus my love for learning. It's because of her sacrifice that I can receive the degree I'm going to receive today. And in my heart, her name is written on the diploma along with mine. So thank you, Mom. Oh, yeah, thank you. In my time at Sauk, I've realized that the beautiful thing about a liberal arts education is the way that every discipline is intertwined. Every astronomical fact, every mathematical formula, every line of poetry, it all weaves together into the living thing that is knowledge. But even more beautifully, I think community college education reveals to each of us how our lives are intertwined. I saw this displayed every day as I volunteered with my peers in PTK, which is the Phi Theta Kappa Community College Honor Society, and I prayed for and with my classmates in InterVarsity and celebrated the successes of my fellow trio students who celebrated my successes too. However, there was nowhere on campus that I saw this connectivity exemplified greater than in the Learning Commons. There, students were united in their pursuit of knowledge as they supported each other's goals without judgment, without competition, and without fail. So in the fall of my second year at Sauk, I began working in the Writing Center, and my passion for writing deepened. And I learned so much from the Writing Center professionals, especially from my boss, Zach Fortner. He taught me that all writing is a conversation through countless real-life conversations where he answered endless questions about life and poetry and college. He is another mentor whose guidance has impacted my time at Sauk, and I'm very grateful for. It was also in the Writing Center that I got to know so many of you, my fellow students. And time again, I was amazed by your persistence. I am so proud of every one of my fellow graduates for all that you have overcome in order to make it here today, and I hope you're proud of yourselves too. So now we're heading out into the workforce or transferring to other universities to pursue higher degrees. So whether you intend to teach or to weld, to practice law or medicine, or whichever vocation you are pursuing, I do believe that our highest job will still be shared amongst each of us. To quote Thomas Merton, our job is to love others without stopping to inquire whether or not they are worthy. That is not our business, and in fact, it is nobody's business. What we're asked to do is to love, and this love itself will render both ourselves and our neighbors worthy. It is my opinion that love will also render our future endeavors worthy and empower us to carry the legacy of Sauk beyond these walls. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Bria. Before we move to the recognition of today's graduates, let us pause to remember colleagues, classmates, and friends of the college who are not with us today. They contributed to the college's mission and supported the Sauk family in profound ways. Let us have a moment of silence as we remember those we have lost and those in harm's way, first responders and military personnel also in a way. Thank you. We are now ready to begin the part of the evening y'all came for, the presentation of graduates. Are you all ready to strut across this stage? As candidates come forward, please note the academic regalia for several groups of graduates. Members of Phi Theta Kappa, the International Honor Society of two-year colleges, wear the gold stole, tassel, and cord. These students have met the highest standards of scholarship, leadership, fellowship, and service. Our honored veterans wear the red, white, and blue cord. Members of TRIO wear the red and black cord. Impact students wear the black stole with the Impact logo. Out of respect for our graduates, we ask you to please remain seated in the auditorium until all graduates have been presented. A professional photograph of your graduate receiving their diploma is being taken and will be available to you free of charge.
We will now welcome the candidates for associate degrees, diplomas, and certificates. Will the candidates please rise? President Helmick, it is my honor to present to you the candidates for the degrees of Associate in Arts, Associate in Science, Associate in Fine Arts, Associate in Applied Science, Associate in Liberal Studies, and certificates. Each candidate has satisfactorily completed the appropriate coursework in a prescribed curriculum and has maintained the appropriate academic standing to earn the credential and has been approved by the faculty as eligible for graduation. Will the candidates please come forward?
Madison Christine Crum, Associate in Arts, Economics, Honors. Priya Ariel Merriman, Associate in Arts, Early Childhood Education, High Honors. Gabriella Elizabeth Abel, Associate in Arts, Liberal Arts, High Honors. Beta S. Alfaraj, Associate in Applied Science, Early Childhood Education. Jillian Emma Anderson, Associate in Science, Pre-Professional. Eli David Addig, Associate in Arts, History, Honors. Carmelita Amaya Ayala Ortiz, Associate in Arts, Social Work, Honors. Georgia Brown, Associate in Liberal Studies. Isabella Kathleen Buckle, Associate in Arts, Social Work. Dallas Scott Bunn, Associate in Arts, Elementary Education. James Murray Burgess, Associate in Arts, Liberal Arts. Jesselyn Elia Canterbury Johns, Associate in Arts, Criminal Justice, Honors. Trenton Andrew Cantu, Associate in Arts, Psychology. Lucas Max Cassidy, Associate in Arts, Business, High Honors. Antonio Cervantes, Associate in Arts, Business. Laurel Chavera, Associate in Arts, Elementary Education. Sydney Helen Chesley, Associate in Applied Science, Early Childhood Education. Tony Champroni, Associate in Arts, Business. Charlie Diane Cole, Associate in Applied Science, Early Childhood Education. Caitlin Rose Conderman, Associate in Arts, Psychology. Brett Troy Cumberland, Associate in Applied Science, Computer Information Systems, Networking. James Edward Curl, Associate in Arts, Business, High Honors. Brianna DeLippi, Associate in Arts, Elementary Education Honors. Derek M. Danikis, Associate in Applied Science, Multi-Craft Technology Honors. Ryan M. DeHaan, Associate in Arts, Social Work. Serena N. Dodge, Associate in Science, Pre-Professional. Crystal Lee Druin, Associate in Arts, Criminal Justice. Dalton Lyle Dugan, Certificate, Industrial Maintenance. Kara Kathleen Ellis, Associate in Arts, Psychology, Honors. Owen Carter Farrell, Associate in Science, Agriculture, Crop, and Soil Science. Nathan Furley, Associate in Arts, Business. Samuel A. Frankie, Associate in Arts, Business. Shelley L. Davis, Associate in Arts, Social Work. Haley Gatz, Associate in Arts, Secondary Education, Honors. Danya Gager, Certificate Nurse Assistant. Noah Samuel Gibson, Associate in Science, Biology. Madison Elizabeth Glaive, Associate in Arts, Psychology, Honors. Hannah Nicole Gomez, Associate in Fine Arts. Olivia R. Gould, Associate in Arts, Business, Honors. Mackenzie Sue Parks, Associate in Sociology. Hayden A. Griswold, Associate in Arts, Business, Honors. Haley Jean Grote, Associate in Arts, Business. Carver J. Grummert, Associate in Arts, Liberal Arts. Michael Ray Hepker, Associate in Applied Science, Multi-Craft Technology, Honors. Aiden Lawrence Hoffman, Associate in Applied Science, Criminal Justice, Law Enforcement, Honors. Leslie Berenes Haracho Reyes, Associate in Applied Science, Management. Kelsey Elizabeth Inslee, Certificate, Entrepreneurship and Small Business Management. Mentor Frank Jacobs, Associate in Arts, Liberal Arts. Penny Jolene Jones, Associate in Arts, Business. Leah Marie Kalina, Associate in Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors. Haley Emily Mackenzie Kellum, Associate in Arts, Psychology, High Honors. Connor Thomas Kelly, Associate in Arts, Business. Evan Lathan Kendrick, Associate in Arts, Liberal Arts. Ryland Hayden Kahn, Associate in Science, Biology, Honors. Athena Knowles, Certificate, Nurse Assistant. Carly Isabel Cobbyman, Associate in Science, Chemistry, High Honors. August Patrick Keel, Associate in Arts History. Samantha Leahy, Associate in Applied Science, Early Childhood Education, Honors. Lainey Lappin, Associate in Arts, Liberal Arts. Melinda K. Lettergerber, Associate in Applied Science, Accounting. Deja Elise Lewis, Associate in Science, Pre-Professional. Siren Marie Earthfire Lewis, Associate in Arts, Social Work. Zaina Luttrell, Associate in Arts, Psychology, High Honors. Amelia Royce Losi, Associate in Arts, Special Education, High Honors. Edmund R. Lopez Jr., Certificate, Bookkeeping. Alexander James Maloney, Associate in Arts, Business, High Honors. Christopher Marin, Certificate, Nurse Assistant. Jordan Leanne Marshall, Associate in Arts, Liberal Arts. Leslie Ann Main, Associate in Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors. Kayla C. McGuire, Associate in Arts, Psychology. Nicholas James Mives Wiley, Associate in Applied Science, Criminal Justice, Law Enforcement. Madeline Joy Milnes, Associate in Arts, Criminal Justice, Honors. Adrian Fatos Mamini, Associate in Applied Science, Criminal Justice, Law Enforcement, Honors. Maria Alicia Holy Montanez, Associate in Arts, Social Work. Courtney Lynn Oldham, Associate in Arts, Early Childhood Education. Carmendy Marie Ordine, Associate in Arts, Business, Accounting, Major Honors. Emma Grace Orgeson, Associate in Arts, Social Work. Lucas Outson, Certificate, Welding. Madison Nicole Parnum, Associate in Arts, Psychology, High Honors. Lola Michael Hardington, Associate in Applied Science, Early Childhood Education. Owen Lee Pillars, Associate in Fine Arts. Emma Jane Pistol, Associate in Arts Psychology. Michael Clemens, Associate in Arts, Liberal Arts Honors. Morgan Alexis Pratt, Associate in Fine Arts. Mitchell Lewis Prevost, Associate in Arts Business. Chavella Diana Quintana, Associate in Applied Science, Marketing, and Management. Isaiah Domenico Estanigio Cruz Ramirez, Certificate, Welding. Alexa Renee Reyes, Associate in Arts, Early Childhood Education, Honors. Ethan Josiah Reyes, Associate in Fine Arts. Maggie Renee Riquetta, Associate in Arts, Nursing, High Honors. Jeremiah Renee Rodriguez Hughes, Associate in Fine Arts, High Honors. Maggie Rayanne Rousey, Associate in Arts, Liberal Arts. Lucas Schrader, Associate in Arts, Elementary Education, High Honors. Sydney Segredo, Associate in Applied Science, Early Childhood Education. Christian Gage Selden Rodriguez, Associate in Arts, History. Elizabeth Serrano, Associate in Arts, Liberal Arts. Abigail Elizabeth Sheets, Associate in Arts, Liberal Arts. Cole J. Short, Associate in Science, General Studies. Austin Riley Sugars, Associate in Arts, History, High Honors. Tyson Kenneth Skinner, Associate in Arts, History, High Honors. Denali Josephine Stonich, Associate in Arts, Psychology. Braden Gerald Thome, Associate in Arts, Business. Katrina L. Underheil, Associate in Arts, Liberal Arts Honors. Amaya Ann Velasquez, Associate in Arts, Secondary Education Honors. Colby G. Ward, Associate in Arts, Psychology. Skylar Paige Ware, Associate in Arts Nursing. Erica Leah Wittenauer, Associate in Applied Science, Early Childhood Education, High Honors. Rowan Alexander Workman, Associate in Arts, Liberal Arts Honors. Christian Jose Chique, Associate in Science, Occupational Physical Therapy. Prentice Ali Young Jr., Associate in Arts Psychology. Iker Rafael Zaragoza, Associate in Arts Sociology Honors. Vincent Edward Zembruski, Associate in Applied Science, Marketing and Management. Samuel Henry Zimmerman, Associate in Arts, Business, High Honors.
That was fun, wasn't it? Was that fun? Okay, a few instructions before our grand finale. After the ceremony, in just a few minutes, graduates, family, friends, and trustees and colleagues, please join us in the Rotary Plaza outside the West Mall for a reception sponsored by the Sauk Valley College Foundation, and then make your way to the SVCC letters out front for photos. In celebration of our graduates, we have added something new to our ceremony this year. We have to see how this goes. After I have instructed the graduates to move their tassels from right to left and ask everyone to join me in congratulating the graduates, namely it's going to be really, really loud in here, right? We're all going to scream. Well, then we will release loud confetti cannons that are right here. We've never done this before. The front rows are going to get slathered in confetti. Though they may be loud, please be advised that this is planned celebratory experience. There's no danger to anyone. Finally, audience members, please wait until the stage party and graduates have exited the gym. Marshals will release your sections. Now, finally, students, are you ready to graduate?
Will the candidates for all degrees and certificates please rise for the conferring of your credential?
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in the president of Sauk Valley Community College, by the Board of Trustees in the state of Illinois, I now confer upon you the degree or certificate you have earned, all the privileges, rights, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Graduates, you may move your tassels from right to left. I welcome you to the Fellowship of Graduates of Sauk Valley Community College. Please join me in congratulating our 2026 Sauk Valley College graduates. Great.